Can we be part of that girl biker group?
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Andy,
I've seen him in a dress. I've seen him in a dress. It's not pretty.
I take that as a no.
I'll take it as a no, yeah.
What is it about these bikes that make these grown men just spend hours like riding 300 miles to get a bag of chips or something, and going over like the Whitby moors and having bikes flying? And I used to get like these really intense butterflies, and I was like, do you know what? I just need to see what this is
Just
about.
need to get on with it.
Yeah, there's something here that is making me giddy, and I'm not even like part of it.
So tonight we're joined by someone who's built a big following by showing the real side of the bike. No polish, just ride-outs, breakdowns, and figuring out as she goes. That sounds quite good. She's the face behind the yellow GSX-R, has 4 bikes she calls the boys, and isn't afraid to admit when she's accidentally made things worse trying to fix them, which is why I don't touch my bike. She's all about making motorcycles feel accessible, which we're going to talk about tonight, and now she's even launching her own bikers club to bring the community together. That girl biker, welcome to Just Ride. So tell us then, come on then, that girl biker, what does it mean to you then to ride that motorcycle, or those motorcycles, the boys that you have?
It's just the freedom, and I think being told that you can't get on 1,000cc because you are so small, so petite, and then just being able to go and ride it well, not just ride it, but actually send it into corners and just...
So I can't use the excuse of being short anymore, can I?
Yeah, that's gone now.
We're going to get on very well when you start using phrases like send it into a corner. And is that the BMW that you were talking about that you send into the corner?
Yeah.
That's really nice. I'm really pleased you've got a BMW. Andy, we've got a BMW. Tom's got a BMW.
Hey, don't worry. You've got 2 Kawasaki's as well?
2
We're not going to talk about that.
And she has a key, and she has chains,
Yes,
and you can stick your shafts.
Yeah, all right. So we thought we'd get the BMW bit out of the way then, fine. But yeah. So where in terms of sending it, where's your favourite places to go and send your bikes?
So most of my motorcycle riding has been in Lincolnshire, so
Right.
the Lincolnshire Wolds.
Yeah.
My favourite sort of twist is, so there's a road going from like Gainsborough through Brighton and then across to Cambridge Corner and through to Willingham Woods, which is like a really famous
Right.
meet.
Yes, yeah.
And there's some amazing twisties, like you just flop, 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 flop. And it's the best road I've ever been on, genuinely.
Wow.
Really good fun.
I don't think I've done that.
Have you not been? No, I haven't been down that way for years, but
We'll go.
Yeah, we will.
There
That's
was
a day out for us.
There was a road that I did. I was down in Boston. There was a sports bike shop recently, and there was a road back to the Humber Bridge that they recommended me go on, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was absolutely brilliant.
Was it the main road?
A40.
6.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the main. It wasn't the A1.
It was,
I did get the bike over a little bit. I didn't send it anywhere, but someone said go take that road and go across. And I actually went across the Humber Bridge. It was my first time, but that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But Lincolnshire, I don't think I've probably been down to Norfolk Council's down there.
No, that's
Norfolk.
Norfolk.
That's Norfolk. Well, I clearly wasn't there, but Lincolnshire, I haven't. No, anyway.
Geography is not a strong point.
It normally is. It normally is, but I
yeah.
always get the two mixed up.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it actually makes sense now why Tom has no sense of direction.
I know. So tell us then. I know I'm not going to ask your age because you never ask a lady their age, but how long have you been biking?
Only 5 years.
Only 5 years,
Yeah,
okay.
5 years in October. So I did my CBT just before COVID hit.
Okay, yeah.
So I was going to just ride a 125 for a couple of months and then go straight on to my direct access. But then COVID hit, which was actually a blessing in disguise for me because I bought a little 125 and I was just able to fly all over when the roads were so quiet and I got loads of practice in.
So rumour has it you bought your big bike before you did your
Yeah.
test. Is that right?
Yeah. About 2 years before.
Wow.
I did my
Wow.
CBT.
So you just looked at it longingly, thinking, "I'm going to take my test one day."
Yeah, so basically my friend was going to buy a Ducati and I was like, I'll come with you, I'll be the good sport and be a travel companion. And then I was like, I wonder if there's any bikes in the area for me. And he was like, don't be stupid. Like, just, why? You can't even ride it. You've never been on a bike. Like, why are you looking at bikes? And I was like, it'll be fine. And then I just opened Facebook and I was like, and it was the Jigsaw. And I was like, it's half an hour away. Can we just go and get it?
Wow.
So we went and bought that. And then it was just sat in my garage looking nice for 2 years before I even got on it.
Was you're kind of interested in biking because your dad? Because I know your dad rides as well. Has he been riding quite a long time?
My dad's ridden since he was a kid, but
Right.
I never saw that side of him.
Right,
So he never had a
interesting.
bike until I was late 20s. It was, I think, growing up in Scarborough, and there's a cafe, Oasis Cafe on a Marine Drive, which is obviously quite popular with the bikers. And I was in the car scene originally, and I'd always see these men on bikes. I'd be like, what is it about these bikes that make these grown men like meet up and just spend hours like riding 300 miles to get a bag of chips or something, and going over like the Whitby moors and having bikes flying. And I used to get like these really intense butterflies, and I was like, do you know what? I just need to see what this is
Just
about.
need to get on with it.
There's something here that is making me giddy, and I'm not even like part of it.
All looking like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they take the helmet off and they're all as grey as I.
They're the only ones that can
You're not
afford them.
great.
That's why.
You distinguish.
Salt and pepper.
So you took your CBT, and then how long after was it until you did your big bike test?
So it was about a year. So I did
Okay.
mine because obviously the direct access kept getting pushed back because of COVID. So I think it was the October of 2020.
Right.
So it was nearly a year that I did on a one.
And I need to ask, did you pass first time?
No.
Oh.
I never either, by the way. Did anybody else?
What, in the 60s?
Did they even do tests?
I did. I passed first time.
I know. Did you pass first time? Everybody else passed first time?
Yes, I passed first time.
What about your car license?
Second time.
Second time.
First time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. First time car.
I
Second
failed
time.
my car one because I failed on the highway code because I didn't ride.
I got lost. But there you go.
I did my bike test in Durham city centre, and on the bank I let it roll back slightly on the hills, on the hill start, and it automatic failed and rode round the rest of it going, oh, God. So straight back in. So yeah.
Here's a question for you then. When you did your test, did you have another motorcyclist instructor or your examiner? Was he following you on a bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason I failed was I was pulling out of a junction, and it was on like an industrial estate with cars like parked down the side. So obviously you peep and creep until you can see. But my height, I could see through the car windscreen. So I could see clearly there that there was no car coming. So I obviously just pulled out. He then followed me. And then we got back to the car park, and he was like, yeah, you failed. Like, you couldn't see. And I was like, well, I could see.
You could. I could.
Yeah. I was like, come with me.
Yeah.
Go to my height.
I can relate. I can relate.
Laugh at him because he does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, go down to my level and you can see how clear it is. And I says, and if it wasn't clear, why did you pull out after me?
Exactly.
But it was one of the things.
I actually had to do an emergency stop for real on my test. Some little kid with a football ran out, and I was like,
But did he test you again on the emergency?
No, he didn't, because I absolutely aced it.
Did you give you extra points for kicking the ball as well?
It wasn't the ball I kicked, it was the kid afterwards. I was like,
My examiner was in a car, followed me in a car, and he all he kept saying was, Scott, can you slow down? Because I can't get through, because obviously the traffic. He said, just pull over on the left. I did more pulling over on the left than the entire lesson. In any of my lessons, because he couldn't get through the traffic when I was in Wiltshire. Unbelievable.
So how long after passing your test, and you already had the Gixxer parked up at home, was it straight back in and insurance company, tax,
Yes.
or was it straight away?
Yeah, so the bike needed a good service. So at the time, obviously, I didn't have any bike knowledge whatsoever. So I'd booked the bike in for a full service. The guy that had the bike before me was a lot shorter than me, believe it or not.
What? There's people short.
There's people short than
You
Martin.
didn't ask that.
So I said, I just want you to have a look at the suspension, make sure it's like it's safe. And then I was just straight out. But there was a few issues with the suspension. It wasn't safe. The garage didn't do a good enough job. But yeah, I was straight out. And the first night I rode it was actually from Hull to Lincoln. And it was a thunderstorm. It was dark. It was like torrential rain. It was absolutely horrific. And I cried most of the journey.
And it didn't put you off.
No.
So that's quite a big bike to jump onto, isn't it? So interesting. I've just
Can I ask a question? Is it the 1000cc
No, you can't.
one, or is it 600cc? Is it the 1000cc Gixxer?
750.
750 Gixxer.
Which is known to be probably the better of all the
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller. It's like the 600 size, but obviously you've got.
So I had the 600 one many years ago
Oh, did
with
you?
the cowl on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had one of them many years ago, and it was
Used to put coal in it.
no, I used to pull the coal truck with it, and it was good
Was
fun.
it black
bike.
and white?
No, I'll shut up now.
She won't be asked back. It's all right.
So obviously your family were bikers, and is it just your dad, or have you got anybody else in your family who rides? Or
No, just my dad. Yeah.
just your dad. So what did your friends think when you suddenly passed your test?
I think they sort of expected it. I think, like, I'm obviously like a very girly girl, but I have a bit of a petrol engine head side to me, especially with the cars and things like that. So they were just like, oh yeah, we guessed this, and we know that you're just going to absolutely send it everywhere. Like, you're not going to be sensible with it.
So you're a female in. I'd still say it's a male-dominated.
Oh, back away from that one, Martin. Back away.
I'm just-
I'm all right with it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've actually had a few females on the show coming up.
Yeah.
But have you found it? Have you been accepted by other bikers? Have people perhaps criticised you or said you're not capable or anything like that?
So I think my opinion on this, obviously, bear in mind this is my own experience, is a lot different to other people's. So I was accepted straight away. Like, I was straight down Willingham Woods, people were chatting, people were really helpful, not in a patronising way. Like, the men would offer advice when I was like, oh, my tyre pressure doesn't feel right. And, I have never, ever felt any form of segregation against
That's great.
That's good.
male
Good to
and
hear.
female.
Yeah.
At all whatsoever. Like, I just sunk straight into it. But I think I've always worked in a male industry,
Yeah.
so I know how men sort of act as opposed to women. Like, men are a lot more blunt and to the point, and I love that. Like, that's
You know where you stand.
exactly. That's how I am as a person. I'm not, although being a girly girl, I'm not like that girly girl mentality in regards to like fluffing around subjects. I'd rather people just be straight
To the
clear
point,
and-
to the point.
Yeah, like, you
Yeah.
took that corner really badly. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually. So I've really, really like slipped into it really well. The only issue that I have found is obviously gear.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, but again, like, there isn't as much gear for females, but that's reflective of the industry that we're in. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
you only get a shop with 20% of female clothes, but only 20% of the industry are
Yeah.
female riders. So
Yeah.
it's
But they are
it's
catching
well.
up. They are catching up,
Yeah.
and there are people out there that are producing these protective clothing for women. Knox is one of them I know of. But you are right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, like, although we are only a small minority, it's growing. There's
It
more
is.
of us
I
coming
mean, the
around.
advantage we get, we can get into children's.
My one piece is a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, literally.
Don't tell. Oh, they're going to be taking the mickey out of me now. So.
You don't pay tax.
You've hit a nail on the head. I mean, and obviously the stats are showing now there's more females coming to biking, which is fantastic. But there's still limited clothing range. Certainly when you're looking at the sort of the protection as well. I mean, we've got a guest coming on, Linda Jean Belvedere, who's actually had that problem and decided to create her own clothing brand. Who's coming on, so it's interesting that, where do you go to get your kind of clothes? I mean, do you have to go online? Do you go to the shops, or where do you go and get sorted for that kind of thing?
Shops. So I went and tried on literally every brand one piece that I could find. Eventually started looking at kids one pieces, which
Right.
is a little bit demoralising, but like, I am the size I am, because that isn't going to change. But RST, Alpine Stars, and Frank Thomas, they do more petite,
Right.
more petite things. But like, for men, if you want like the perfect fitting one piece, you're going to have to get it custom made. It's the same
Yeah.
for women.
Yeah.
You've just got more options.
I find with the industry, with the clothing range, if you're within a certain height, so say 5'5" to like 6 foot, there's a big range of clothing. Now, if you take Tom, who's taller, it's very harder to get larger sizes, and then you have to go and get the custom made ones. So the industry is catching up. I don't know why they've taken so long, but obviously a lot of the younger children, younger adults are taller now. They've like my nephew, he's like 6 foot, and he's only 15. Like, you know what I mean? So,
And there's always Scott Leathers in Barnard Castle. Have you heard of Scott Leathers? Because they do bespoke. They do all the TT races. So they do literally, they measure you and make it bespoke. And actually, I think quite a long time we got some leathers made for a film we made, and it was about £600 for a full set.
Yes, you can't.
Which is not that bad actually. So that's a big shout at Scott Leathers, because they are pretty good.
We did look. They were at the NEC last year. I'm sure we had a look in and went onto the stand to see what they were producing, and it's lovely. And I just wonder from we're forgetting that there's lots of people have gone to textiles. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a big variety in textile clothing for male and female, but I suppose it's leathers might be a little bit different, mightn't it? But it's equally, we all go. We want to look a particular way, and I'm sure that's the same for everybody. And you'd probably be able to go and buy leathers, but are they really the fit that you want? Are they the look that you want? Are they going to give you the protection that you want? And I think that's probably where it comes really, really difficult to find exactly what, in your price point as well. Because we've all bought leathers and one-piece leathers, and then you find out they're really warm when it's really, really warm.
Well, some of us have bought 2 sets of leathers. So I had the classic the other week. So I bought leathers for the first time last year, and they fitted nice and snug. And then, of course, Christmas came, the winter came, went to put my jacket on, and it was like, it doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah, leather shrinks in the winter, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah. That's what I told these guys.
I bought my first leather set was at the show, wasn't it? Because you said, go on, let's get these, and it was RST. And we got back from the NEC on the Friday, and I managed to get in. I don't know how I managed to get into it, and we went out for a ride. I came back, and literally, I couldn't get out of it. I got stuck, and I had to get my phone. I had to message you, said, "Can you come and help me?" He had to come and take the. My wife said, "You're not going out again until you can prove you can get the leathers on the leathers off." And I've just gone and got like my first 2-piece. Because I quite liked having the whole thing on. I felt safer with it all being one thing. Yeah. I really enjoyed wearing it. It's just in the summer, like when we went to Auburn.
You got it right.
Last year it was. I mean, you see them, they roll them down. I was one man down, it just fell off. So I was like, no. But just getting the RST sort of 2-piece has been absolutely fantastic. But again, the fit. It's really difficult, isn't it? Because I was thinking, do I need it a bit sort of loose? But no, you need it tight. And I'm sucking everything in. But and you got a new jacket, didn't you?
I did.
And are you wearing that now? Are you?
I'm wearing the new one now. I've kept the old one just in case I lose.
He keeps putting the old one in, going anytime now.
Anytime.
What's your favourite sort of brand then that you go to brand in terms of like leathers or?
We have a lot of RST in our house. It doesn't fit me very well. Alpine Stars do the best fitting trousers for me, and Frank Thomas for the jacket. No. But I wear my one-piece as often as I feel so safe in my one-piece. Yeah. I don't like wearing textiles.
If money was no object, Diney's. So I had the opportunity to go to the Diney's store in London. And there was a gentleman in there parked outside with a Lamborghini outside. Hadn't even passed his test. He went in there, they did a full laser of him for what suit he wanted. Yeah. And when he walked out, he spent £35,000. And he hadn't even got his... He had a S1000RR in his garage. He hadn't even passed his test yet. And I was like, but the suit, but you can have whatever colour you want, design.
All the gear and no idea.
You've got the money. There are the companies out there will do custom ones for you, but you're going to pay for the nose for them.
Tom's just got a full set, haven't you? Finally got your Alpine Stars. He's been a big Alpine Stars fan for a long time. And he put we got you the trousers, didn't you, in the boots, and he was like straight up the M60, look at me, why? And actually, you looked the part, but you had your textile Alpine Stars jacket on, didn't you? So he got the jacket, didn't he? Was it last weekend? Because his birthday's coming up. So he's got an early birthday present. And how you quite like the Alpine Stars? I've only ever had RST.
It fits well, but it's like, I think there's always that wearing in kind of period. Like, it feels really tight. But I've never worn leathers before, so I don't know if that's normal or not.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Tom. You haven't
No.
got a microphone.
There are other brands available, obviously.
Basically, loves being a Power Ranger now.
Yeah. So you've got 4 bikes.
Yeah.
So let me get this right. So you've got your BMW S1000R.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Your Suzuki GSX-R 750.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple of Kawasaki's, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tell us about those.
So I do not like riding in the wet. Like I have the biggest fear in the world of riding in the wet because I said that my first ride on a Jigsaw was bad. Well, the second ride I nearly high-sided in the wet. It was just like a damp patch coming off a roundabout, too much throttle and just whew. So that had put a big block in my head about riding in the wet. So I was like, right, let's be sensible about this. Get a bike that's obviously a lot softer to ride. You can't ride it as aggressively. It hasn't got the power to ride aggressively. You're in a different position. And just get some experience behind your work riding in the wet. And that's what led to the R5, the first one. So that was £500.
Oh, wow.
And
Easy bike.
A month.
Yeah.
A month.
and it is genuinely the best £500 I have ever spent. It is so much fun, that bike.
Oh.
It's so much fun.
Will you take me bike shopping? Because I can't take 500 pound bike. So.
And then my partner, he recently passed his test and he needed a bike. So I was like, should I buy a bike? And he was like, oh, yeah, I want a CBR, RR, 600, all this, or get me like an S1000. I was like, yeah, I'll get you an ER5 for £500, you know. So I bought him one as well.
Right.
And it's been quite nice, like the dynamic of us both riding.
His
the
and
same
hers
bike.
ER5s?
Yeah, but we're going to sell his now.
Ah.
Just he can ride my one and then... obviously
Oh,
put the
well, I'll buy it
price.
off you for 250. How about that? So you've got 4 bikes. So, do you name your bikes?
No, because it's weird.
It is weird, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Normal.
Andy, what's your bike called?
It's just a BMW R1300 RS.
Andrew, what's your bike called?
1300 RS.
Yeah, my bike's just called Bike.
And Tom, what's your bike called?
I don't have a name for it.
You don't have a
You
name
don't
for
have
it?
a name for yours either.
Scott.
I plead the fifth. Not in America, but I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Move on.
Move on.
Yeah, I find it really bizarre when people name the vehicles like that's just odd.
It's funny. A lot of people think that. So I went on a course where the guy says you become more sensitive to the way you ride a bike. If you name it, you feel you have too much emotion to it, where it's just a machine. And yeah, that is exactly what it is. But yeah. So there you go. That's the reasoning behind it.
Exactly.
It is, though. It is, because you have an emotional connection with your bike.
Yeah,
So you worry then about dropping it and all this other stuff. Even though you'll have that same thing when you ride your bike.
I have
But
that
yeah.
emotional connection. I just don't need to.
Call
Give
it.
it a name.
Oh,
What's your favourite?
Do you name your car?
no.
Right, stop naming stuff. What's your favourite bike out of
Jigsaw.
those? Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. All day long.
Is that because it was the first?
No. Well, I always think if I'd have got any other bike to ride as my first big bike, I probably wouldn't have stuck to it. I think.
Right.
So with a Jigsaw, it is a bulky, big, chunky bike. Although it's low, it's like that high. It's like mini motor.
Yeah.
Right? It's obviously like a wide bike, and I think when I'm riding it, I'm so in the bike. So my friends always say, "Oh, why are you always full tuck?" And I'm like, "I'm not. I'm just literally laid."
just
laid
reaching the
on-
handlebar.
Yeah, because if I sit up, I can't reach the handlebar.
Yeah.
And I just feel so at one with that bike.
Yeah.
It's just I can't get that feeling with another bike. The S1000's about 90% there, but the Jigsaw is just I am at one with that bike.
Wow.
What year's the Jigsaw?
2002.
Okay. So it's a carburetor then, is it? Or was it
No,
injectors?
Pure.
Full
injection,
injection. Full
yeah.
injection.
Yeah, so it's not got any tech on it whatsoever,
No.
no ABS, nothing.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I like it more.
It's a proper motorbike.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Proper motorbike.
Don't
yeah.
think I'd like that.
A lot of people are looking for the older bikes now just because of the rideability. When you ride it, you ride it.
Yeah.
It's not the electronic aids and all that helped you and stuff like that. You have to ride that bike.
See, I've tried to explain to people that the worst thing, in my opinion, that you can do as a new rider is get on a bike that has all this tech.
Yeah.
Because you're not learning how to ride, like, properly, so to speak. So if the ABS fails, and that back end goes, what are you doing? Because the bike's always done it for you. And throttle control, like on the BM, obviously, the throttle control will kick in if you're going too hard into a corner and your bike's too far. It'll sort itself out. And I think people rely on the tech too much as opposed to riding properly.
Yeah, it's good to learn, isn't it? Because I think sometimes you can rely on the tech and then you don't learn how to ride properly.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like, I've seen people go from a bike with so much tech to riding an older bike, and they're all over the place. Genuinely, like the braking's off, the acceleration's it's just messy.
So when you're out riding, do you prefer riding on your own or with a group?
A bit of both. I like riding by myself, but in the back of my head, there's always that safety aspect that if I come off and I'm by myself, I've got no chance. So I normally ride with like biker mum. She's not my real mum, but she's like adopted me in the biker community, and she'll let me absolutely fly off, knowing that I'll wait for her at junctions. But in my head, it's that safety thing of if I end up in a bush,
someone's looking out for you.
Yeah. Riding in a group, I do like it in certain circumstances. Like, I'll have like my slower riding groups, so if we want like a more chilled ride, and then we'll have like the fast lads, we're all on S1000s, and it just depends what sort of mood I'm in. But I think solo riding for me is ideal, but the safety side obviously puts a bit of a
it's
block
good fun
on that.
riding with others, isn't it? I mean, we have a blast every time we ride. It's
I miss it now. So I used to ride on my own frequently, but I just prefer riding in a group now. But I totally understand that. But I enjoy going. I like because we're all on comms. So we're always chattering away at each other,
taking the mickey out of each other.
Someone's done a stupid road positioning, or done something stupid,
or gone to Liverpool,
or gone to Liverpool, or their car door turns the radio on and we all laugh when it comes on. All of them sort of things. I do like.
But it is a safety thing as well, isn't it? Because when you're making overtakes. And I think I heard that on one of your videos where it's clear. And I think that's one of the really important things about the comms that we have. And car drivers were thinking, why are you overtaking? Yeah, but we know it's okay to do so. And I think that looking after everybody, I think is really important. And that's where comms works really well. Whereas when I ride by myself, and it tends to be if I'm going to a meeting or something, I quite like it because I put music on. I'll do a lot. It's my thinking time, to be fair. But it's boring going on the M1, you know what I mean, or the music on. But I think the group riding it's a weird one, group riding, because a lot of people actually hate it. They hate the fact that they're going out with new people who they don't know and can be, in their opinion, a little bit reckless. And so how do you control that if you're going to go out with sort of new people? Do you only limit yourself to the people that you know, or do you go out in big groups?
I've done some really big group rides where there's been like a few hundred of us. And if it's dangerous, I just either hang right back or I'll just go, I'm gone. Yeah. But I'll always, as a rule, sit at the back, observe people, and then I know where I can fit in within the group.
Have you done any advanced training? Because you're talking. I mean, some of us have done it, and
some of us doesn't help. We end up in a field.
But no, just listening. It sounds like you've done some advanced training, because that whole kind of
observations
and kind of being putting yourself at the back, and
it's just a natural talent.
I think stuff like that you either have it or you don't you? Like
So where did it come from then? So obviously you say you've got these skills that you've picked up. You've got to have picked them up from somewhere, because they don't come naturally, because obviously you observe. So who have you observed? Is it someone that you ride with that actually gives you the skills then that you've taken on and go, right, okay, I understand what you're doing, and I'm going to take them on and improve them?
So I think riding with the fast lads. So I'm not a competitive person in regards to if I'm riding with them, they are far more skilled than I am. I will not try and keep up with them, but I will follow the line, even at a slower pace. I'll follow the lines and just learn how they're reacting to stuff. So if there's gravel on the road, they don't just like slam on and hope for the best, which obviously a lot of riders do. I just try and be a bit more thoughtful in my planning and
give yourself more time.
Yeah, and
you watch them all come off into the field.
and I'm like this.
Oh, you've played the road for us. Thanks, guys.
And I always think like you should always ride with people that are better riders than you, because you're always going to learn. If you're riding with people that are maybe not as experienced or not as confident on the bike, because you can be as experienced as anything but not be a confident rider, that's going to really hinder you.
Like you pick up bad habits, can't you? That's massively. The thing. Yeah.
I think I always say I like sitting at the back, And I know we all go out together, and I like sitting at the back. I just think it's a position I naturally adopt because I always feel like it doesn't matter how far people may get up. I always feel quite confident I'll get back up to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So I know where people are going. I'll catch back up. That's how I've always felt. But I think it's right that you should just ride within your limits.
Yeah.
Ride within your limits. So if you're riding with people that are far faster, you can really get drawn into making some silly mistakes.
Yeah. Well, we were out Saturday, weren't we? And I wasn't feeling 100%. So, I was at the back. I know these guys will say I'm always at the back, but but I just let these guys off, have their ride, and I just thought, ride at my own pace, and it's.
You still came into the same place with us, Martin.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Same time.
At the same time. We all rode into the same Helmsley Square at the same time.
Wow.
We were in third gear most of them.
Yeah, but I was having fun.
So it's all about fun. What's the best experience you've had on a bike? Is it a trip, or is it a certain ride, or what's been something that's made you laugh the most?
I think, I don't know, anything on the Jigsaw is just amazing. That ideal, dry, sunny day with all the twisters is just like peak. Like you feel invincible, don't you? The biggest laugh was actually the last YouTube video I posted. I went out with 2 other girls.
I saw that. I watched that.
Oh, that was...
We've all watched that. Haven't we?
Yeah. I've never heard so much giggling in my life. So.
They were just like kids.
Yeah.
So I'd only met one of them once before, and then the other girl I'd met that day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we weren't familiar with how each other rode or like anything like that, or even anything about each other. But it was just, we all just sort of like sank in and fitted so well together. And it was just, and I can see like from people watching the YouTube video, they'll just think, what a set of absolute idiots. But it was like controlled chaos. It was just like taking the wrong turns all the time. Or
The junction. Do we go left? Do we go straight down? Do we go?
yeah. Like it was just the funniest thing. And even watching it back, I mean, there was about 3 hours worth of footage that I had to narrow down, but the whole video was just giggling non-stop. And there was no, like, we didn't even race or anything. There was no bravado, which you can sometimes get, obviously, with new groups. You get, like, showboating, and a lot of people trying to always be at the front. There was none of that. It was just so chill, just...
And is that what that girl biker, we'll come back to that, why you call yourself that girl biker, which is probably pretty obvious, but what is it with you?
She's a girl and she's a biker.
She's a biker.
It's actually more to it than that.
That's what I was going to ask. Tell you what, we'll ask a question. Right. So where did the whole that girl biker come from?
So in my first few years of biking, I was always at Willingham Woods, and people would always go, oh, who's that girl? Who's that girl that's, that biker, that girl biker?
Right, right.
So that's literally it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Who's that girl? And I was like, I'm that girl. I'm that biker. So I was like, I'll just take that.
TGB.
Yeah. So you started a YouTube channel and some socials, and from that, and you've got quite a following, haven't you?
Yeah, it's grown quite big. So I started it in COVID with TikTok.
Yeah.
Which everyone just sort of did TikTok in COVID because there wasn't a lot else to do. And it just sort of expanded from there. And it's only really this last year that I've actually put effort into growing, like my Instagram and things like that. And obviously I only started YouTube, 9 months ago? So that's grown quite quick as well. But it's quite exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got how many followers on TikTok? It's about 30-something thousand, is it?
TikTok's 71,000.
Oh,
What was the last time you had a look?
Yeah, I'll shut up.
You're not far off. You're 71, aren't you?
Years of age.
That's my age, yeah.
Yeah, Instagram's at 35, TikTok's just over 70, and then YouTube's at 5.
5.5 last time when we were looking at your channel the other day.
5, 6
It was about
now,
5, 6, yeah.
And like your content feels very kind of real and very kind of you. Was that intentional? Is that
Absolutely. So I think and like last year when I sort of set into it properly, there's on Instagram and TikTok and even Facebook, there's a lot of videos that are so polished and perfect, whether it's how-to guides or like the group rides that people go on and everyone's taking this bend, like the Marc Marquez, and everything is just so perfect. And I was watching it and it's like, especially the influence from America that we're getting really heavily. And it's like, people coming into the bike world, into the bike community, are going to see this and think that this is normal. Like, this is not real riding. This is not how an oil change on your bike is going to go.
Yeah.
And I think we really need to just show new riders and experienced riders what bike life really is. Like, it isn't perfect. You don't get on a bike every time and feel comfortable. You get on it and you feel a little bit awkward sometimes, and you have to go and hang your jacket up because it's not working for you. Yeah. And like when I did the oil change with my dad, like, I've done so many oil changes on bikes and I've done them perfect. And that one time, the oil pan broke.
Right.
Well, that just, you're laughing because, and it's like I could have so easily edited that out and gone, oh, we've just done the perfect oil change. But I was like, no, I'm going to include every time I trip up. I'm going to include every time I bang my head off the bike. I'm going to include like me breaking an oil pan, because that is what life is. Like,
it's not perfect.
Yeah, especially working on older bikes and things.
I watched the video the other day with your ER5, and there was fuel peeing everywhere at the fuel pump.
So there's actually another video that I've recorded since that with the ER5, which I haven't posted yet. I haven't got around to editing it, and it's in the house, and we have fuel everywhere, and I mean, like, it's pooling on the tiled floor, it's all in the ground, it's up the walls, it's on me, and it's just like...
What's the worst what have I just done moment you've had then? Was it the fuel, or have you had others?
There's been so many others. There's been so many. I think the worst one was on my dad's bike, and I think that is just because it wasn't my bike. Because I always... Like, I've done a lot of work, especially on the jigs and things. I did a rebuild on that. Yeah. But that was pre my YouTube days, so it's not documented. But I did that so competently and so well. And then, obviously, working on my dad's bike, when that oil pan broke, it was just one of them things. Like, looking at the crack, it's obviously been there a bit. Like, there's oil in the actual crack and things like that that's embedded in there. And I think because it was someone else's bike, it was just like, oh my God, like off camera I was crying because I felt so guilty. But my dad took it like an absolute champ. Like, he's so used to what I'm like. He knows exactly what's going to happen if I touch something.
Do you think more riders should learn to maintain the bikes? I'm holding my hand out because I won't. And I think I'm...
Yeah, we all go to Scotty Moat.
Well, Scotty's the mechanic of the group. I mean, you do a lot.
I do,
well.
but
I think I just, because I've always
We've
bought
got room
new,
in our garages, so...
Because I've always bought new, and I've always bought BMW, and it's all... I worry I'm going to absolutely
What
break
brand
it.
have you bought?
Yes, there are other brands available, but I do. I've saw that. Thank you very much for wearing the M. Yeah, but yeah, it's that. It's where do you get the kind of confidence to go, right? I'm going to take. This is not you because he does it. Just that confidence to go. Is it because your dad, like, kind of, right? I'm going to strip all this apart, or just you've got that in you? And
so when I first got the Jigster, obviously I said the suspension was set up incorrectly. So the first time I rode it, it didn't feel right. And it was just really dipping going into corners. Like, the nose was just going, like, trying to just flip on me. And I took it into a garage, a well-known garage in Hull. And I said, the front end doesn't feel right. And he just looked at it and he was like, it's because you're a new rider. You don't know what a bike's supposed to feel like. So I was like, all right.
Patronising,
Yeah, so I took it away, had a fiddle, got experienced riders to ride it, and they were like, definitely not right. So I was like, right, okay, so that's my first knock that I don't trust a garage.
Yeah.
The second knock was I took my S1000 for an MOT, at a different garage in Lincoln, a well-known garage, and just a MOT, shouldn't have touched anything. I set off home, not thinking that they touched anything. The chain was so tight, so they'd adjusted the chain, which they shouldn't have done. I was going round a bend and the seat slid.
Then clip the seat in.
They'd had the seat off, which they definitely shouldn't have done, and they'd not bolted it back on. So I'm leaning, going round a bend, and the seat just goes like a chunk, like, underneath me. So that was like the next knock. And then I've had issues with the Jigster again when I've taken it to another garage. So I'm one of them people that if a garage can't even do it right, then I have no trust in people. So I'd rather learn to do it the right way.
Right. Yeah.
And I know it's right then. So, like, with the Jigster, I've had my Haynes manual, and I'll do everything by the book, and I'll go over it multiple times to make sure. But I think, like, obviously my dad's got the engineering background, so that's maybe why I'm a little bit more inclined. But I think it's just from a safety point of view, I know if I do it by the book, that it's right.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
And also it gives you confidence when you ride your bike that you know that bike is in the best state it can be for you to ride it. That's what I do when I'm doing the maintenance on mine. I know that everything is done to the book, to the letter, and it just gives you that more confidence that you know that your chain is right, oil's done. Even if, like, I used to change my oil every 2,000 miles, that's ridiculous. But I know that I can preserve the engine and stuff like that. So these type of things make a big difference.
Yeah, because I was taking my Gixxer on track. That was like the main reason for me stripping that down to make sure it was absolutely perfect for track riding.
Cadwell?
No, it was Donington.
Cadwell's Lincolnshire, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. I know. Is it?
Cadwell's my dream. Like, I really want to do Cadwell.
Really?
Yeah.
Donington. Is that where you went, Donington?
Yeah.
Oh, Donington. I love Donington. I really do love Donington, especially if you're doing the GP route as well and you go around the hairpin at the bottom.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lovely, lovely track.
So how many track days have you done?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah, so I did Donington. So the actual track day itself was absolute carnage. So it was actually a Michelin tyre day.
Okay.
We had a lot of BSB riders in, and because it was well advertised, everyone sort of jumped on it, but people that should have been in the advance had booked into the intermediates and the novice group. So I went to go on track. I had mechanical, my fault, mechanical issue the first session, so I'd missed out the first session. And then when I went on, I had an instructor with me, and it was just bikes just going so close and so fast either side of me. And genuinely, I don't think I went above 70 mile an hour that first session. Came off track with the instructor, and he was like, "This is not safe." Like, not me as a rider, it was all the other riders that are advanced being in a novice group. So he went and had like a little chat with people, and obviously got people moved up and out of the group. And then throughout the day, because I hate right turns, like I will do everything to avoid a right turn or a right.
We just keep going left and left and left. Yeah. That's a roundabout.
You still get back home.
So by the end of the day, I absolutely loved it, and that Melbourne loop, that was amazing. Like, I got so banked over, and I was so hyped after it. The only thing that I struggled with Donington, I think, coming from being a road rider, was the space.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's why I like Cadwell a lot more, because it is more like the width of a road, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think when you go to Cadwell's, and I've been only as a viewer, and I had a friend that used to race, and I used to go and do a bit of pit for him. So which basically meant I would push in bikes off the track, and at Cadwell you've got to push it back up a bank into the pit area. But it's just a beautiful track because it goes through the woods and then it opens out, and it's got some really lovely sweeping bends. But then coming back down the hill to then go back into the woods, it's really quite tricky because you can really get caught.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. But a lovely track. But Donington's great when you can just sit at the so you got the start-finish line behind you. And I went to watch the GP when Rossi and them were there, and I remember sitting with the start line behind, and they come down to go through the crane of curbs, and it is just, you can just sit on the bank and you just watch them coming round the top and then round through the crane of curbs, and it's just one of the best views, and just the noise, the smell, the vibration, everything. It's what we all love as bikers, isn't it? It's just absolutely fabulous. Yeah.
You talk a lot on your channel about getting more people into biking. What do you think puts people off?
Probably the cost.
Right.
So I think before, obviously, when some of you guys were younger, it probably was a cheaper option.
How old does she think we are?
I don't know. Yeah.
21. I'm 21.
It probably was a cheaper option to just get a bike, get a helmet, chuck on your normal jacket and just ride, as opposed to getting a car. But I would argue nowadays that it's more expensive to ride a motorcycle than it is a car. Yeah. Like, the money that you plough in, just even into gear, even second-hand gear, is just absolutely wild.
Well, I can speak from experience. It's never been cheap.
That's because you buy BMWs.
No. So I've been through all the Japanese manufacturers. I've had Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Honda, all of them. I've had them all over the years, and it's always been expensive.
Right, okay.
I would say. But that's maybe just choices I've made.
I think
that's what it'll be.
Yeah,
just
I think.
choices.
I mean, interesting enough, I got my insurance renewal quote today, and I was like, it's still not going down as quickly as I want. And so, did you find when you first passed your test that and particularly with your Gixxer, was your insurance like massively expensive?
I think my first year on the Gixxer was about £700.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably not bad actually. So
altogether, so the jigs has come down to about 250 now, and altogether, it's about 1,200 quid.
Oh, right.
Wow.
That's not bad, is it, for all
Full
the bikes?
clean
Yeah,
licence and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Tom was on that when you first got your bike, when you were about £1,200, because he's found it. He passed his, as soon as he could do his direct access, and I think you found it incredibly expensive, but you were running a car as well, weren't you? But for bike insurance initially, it was ridiculous. I mean, you could have bought a house. Literally, what you're paying, you could have had a mortgage, but it didn't put him off. I mean, it's just if you want to do it, you find a way. Don't you?
Just got to shop around and look for what you want.
But I don't even necessarily think insurance. I think because obviously if you're buying a car, you buy a car and you buy insurance. That's the same.
Yeah,
if you
about
get a
it.
bike.
Yeah.
The only difference is with a bike is you've got all your gear and your helmet. That's where the added cost is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one set of leathers isn't enough, and one helmet isn't enough.
No, I've got both.
Have you got loads of helmets as well?
I've got helmets and leathers. I've got a collection.
Hey.
See, I'm not the only one.
It's where to put everything.
We've got a bit of a competition going at the moment about who can buy the most helmets. So Scott's definitely the winner.
I'm not taking part.
So you're launching that Girl Bikers Club.
Mm-hmm.
What's the idea behind it, and what do people need to do?
Can we be part of that Girl Biker group?
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Andy,
I've seen him in a dress. I've seen him in a dress. It's not pretty.
I take that as a no.
I'll take it as a no, yeah.
So what's the idea behind it, and how can people get involved?
So I just want to bring the biker community back. So when I first started riding, literally, one of my first ride. This is the dreaded first ride out on a Gixxer. Probably the third or fourth ride, I got a puncture. I was at Willingham Woods. And I just put on the Willingham Woods site, I've got a puncture, can anyone help? And someone drove from Cleethorpes with a puncture repair kit, the little canisters, and fixed my puncture and said, I don't want any money, just pay it forward. And that was that blew my mind that someone was willing to do that just to help a fellow biker. But over the years, it's not like that anymore. We've lost that community. If there's a biker at the side of the road, we'll look at them and we'll maybe see if they're all right, but we won't stop for them.
Yeah.
People just... I had it the other day. People just ride past you. They're look, and they'll ride.
We
past.
stop for you. We always stop for people.
Give us a thumbs
We all become best mates, don't we? But I think we've still got that up here. I think we do still have that. But go on.
Especially I've started going to Squires a lot now.
Yeah.
And that isn't as welcoming as what the Woods was. And I think for me, we're a community, and we're a community that is slowly dying out. I know some of the stats we've shot up in bikers, but I think overall, over the last few years, it has gone down.
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to just be friends.
Be friends.
Why do you think that is that? I mean, why do you think that's changed? Why do you think, is it because there's less people getting into biking, or the people who are in biking are not biking anymore? I mean, why is that shift, do you think?
I think, if I'm being completely honest...
Be honest.
I think it's the newer generation that's coming through, and I think they are maybe spoiling it. So, obviously, we are different generations.
Just say how it is, and if anybody's watching...
A few times you've pointed that out.
If anybody's watching, do you agree? Please comment.
No, but you'll have your generation of bikers that you grew up with, and then there's my generation. I maybe joined a little bit later.
Yeah.
And I think all of us work in sync. And then there's the newer generation that have come up that are heavily influenced by social media. So they're about the posing aspect. They're about a certain style of riding, and they're not familiar with making it about the community vibe. And I think they're alienating themselves possibly.
Good point.
By being like that, which is not scaring us older people off, but we're just going, you know what, that isn't our vibe. That's not what we're about.
Yeah.
So I think it is forming a bit of a segregation, but we just all need to just...
And I think it comes down to the simple thing, when you're on the road and there's a biker coming opposite you and you give them a wave or a nod.
Yeah.
Probably out of 10, 6 people out of 10 will nod, the others not. That's not there now.
Yeah, it's a really good point, and we really want to hear your views on that. Do you agree with that? Do you think it's kind of got that less community feel? We certainly don't feel it here, but Is it going that way? And what can we change? What can we change for that other than you creating a group, bikers club?
With patches and everything.
Yeah.
We're in.
I think there's a bit of an etiquette that we all follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're approaching somebody that may be riding slower than you never ever go flying past them and things like that. You always, when it's safe to do so, maybe give plenty ample space. But we all go by, we all give just like a gesture to say hello, and you go past.
Yeah.
And I remember when we came back one day we'd been to Devil's Bridge. And we'd come back from Devil's Bridge one day, and we had guys coming either side of us.
Oh, yes.
Because we were on a very twisty section of road, and there was cars in front of us, and they just didn't have any patience whatsoever. And it was, hang on, it's now becoming dangerous, because I'm looking all directions to see. I didn't know if the person was going to come up the inside, and it's them sorts of things, I think, that makes it difficult for
I think particularly when we're trained to use all of the road, and we do, in terms of, and we're up, in a position to see around the bend, and they're going over the double whites around you. Yeah. And I don't like that, because they'll come out of nowhere, they'll have absolutely no regard, and
but then that's why there's accidents, and that's why the stats are really high for bikers, because people take that risk, and we all. I know I've been through this, where you all think you're invincible. You think you're like Valentino Rossi or Marc Marquez, and you're not. You don't even have 1% of their skill. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where it.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I know you know exactly what I'm
from
talking
all
about.
sides here.
You've got a picture of him on your wall, I think, as well.
I got it tattooed on my chest.
And just going back to your comment about Squires, I've been to Squires loads of times, and I know what you mean. You go there, and really, nobody talks to you. If you like, I've gone there on my own. I'm with these guys. I haven't gone with these guys. I've gone on my own, and I've just been sat there with a cup of tea. And you don't get any interaction. Maybe it's just because they know I'm Welsh. I don't know.
What did you say?
But then go to the woods, and you can stand and look at someone's bike, Willingham Woods. Stand and look at someone's bike, and someone will come and chat.
But that's the same with us when we go to Hemsley. You can guarantee anybody. They could be riding scooters. You could get overtaken by one like I did.
Yeah, we came back on Saturday with a guy that said, can I ride back with you on Saturday? And he rode back to Teesside.
Friends.
Yeah. I mean, he followed us all the way home, and he had a cup of tea. And I thought, I was like, it's about time you were going.
Yeah.
But you
There he is.
But we do. I don't know whether it's the northern thing, I mean, I'm sorry, we're doing it in the north-south divide, but I think up here we are approachable.
Backing out of this.
But we do find that.
Do you know where the north is, Andrew?
We do find that people will stop and chat to you.
But the will in Wales.
Will in Scotland.
The will in Scotland. The will in Wales.
Willingham Woods is lower than Squires.
Yeah.
And you get it in Woods, but not here.
I think there is a bike snobbery around as well. I think people, they want to do their own thing.
I wouldn't know, because I'm part of the elite group with me, S1000. No, there definitely is.
Yeah, I think some people just don't interact. But I have noticed a change over the years, and I think you're exactly right. And I think it's hard, because obviously, without dissing social media, because obviously you're quite popular on social media, but there is an element of people that just want to go on and pose on social media, and it's like, look at me and look what I'm doing.
They don't make it real life.
No,
it's not real life. What you see on social media is not how biking is in real life.
No, that's it.
And the new generation people coming in, when they come and start riding, this is what they think it should look like.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's nowhere near.
Yeah.
There are shit days. Do you know what I mean? There are, when you go out for a ride, and one day you go out and you go ride out like a mile and go, nah, I'm not feeling this, and go home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I think is so dangerous about it. Like even like at my 5 year in, which is obviously I'm still a baby biker, but I still look at social media and go, oh, do you know, I wish I could ride like that. Even though I know it's not real.
Yeah.
And just think about everyone that's come in like now or since these posts have been made. It really can knock your confidence.
Yeah.
It just creates a reality that isn't real.
What you need is some kind of biker club, I think, to bring people together.
Yeah, what's the criteria yet?
Yes, tell the viewers, what do they need to do to join this?
Two wheels, honestly. Just
2 wheels.
Literally 2 wheels.
Yeah.
When is that launching?
Hopefully by summer, so it's going to be, It was supposed to be sort of this month, but I've had so many events coming up over the next few weeks and things.
Yeah.
So it is going to get pushed back now, but we are looking at June, July, and then I just want to launch some ride-outs, some meetups.
Great.
Just completely
Can we come?
Can we come along and film it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how do people find out about when you do launch it? How will they find out about it?
Just all of my socials. So it'll be
Socials.
on Facebook, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, and YouTube.
Fantastic.
And now we're going to put the links up there in the video there, Tom. I'm looking at.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So what have you got? What have you got coming up then? Tell us about what you've got coming up this month or next month.
So next month I've got a meet and greet, which is my first official meet and greet. So I was contacted by Via Moto, which is Barnsley Way.
Yeah.
They said, the words were brilliant actually. Will you come and be an attraction?
You were like, I'm there.
Will you come and be an attraction and do a meet and greet, because they're having like a big open day, and I just wanted someone to obviously like say hello to the fans. And
They never asked you or me, Andy, did they?
No, but we did get that last year at Yamaha.
But you
Just
did.
saying.
Well, okay.
Didn't we, Tom? Didn't we, Scott?
Yes, we
At
did.
Yamaha. Yeah.
It's not about you. Carry on.
So I agreed to that, so that's going to be really good. I've got loads of autographs and postcards and stuff ready, so if people want to pop by.
Where's that going to be again? Whereabouts?
It's called Via Moto, but it's spelled Via Moto.
Right.
And it's like Barnsley Way.
Barnsley. Got it.
Yeah. So they're having a full open day. They've got loads of like new bikes and used bikes. They've got another creator there as well, so it's just going to be a really fun open day.
Excellent.
And then after that, so this is really weird. So I don't call myself an influencer because I'm just someone who documents bike life. But I've actually become a finalist for the UK Influencer Awards.
Have
for
you?
cars
Oh,
and vehicles.
fantastic. Well done.
Thank you. So I've got that coming up in May. So that's going to be to find out whether I've placed first, second, or third. But that's quite exciting.
That is exciting. That's
Yeah,
what-
no. I
big
think a round of
achievement.
applause. Fantastic. Excellent. Well done.
Can we vote for you? Or-
Yeah. When I get the links to share, I'll
Excellent,
send it.
Yeah, we'll send them round to a few people. That's excellent news. What else have you got going on?
And then at the end of April, I'm doing a bike rally with What Boys.
Right.
So we're going, there's 40 odd of, it's going to be crazy. There's
Wow.
40 of us going from London to Wales, to Snowdonia. Full media team coming along with us, and it's just going to be, it's going to be wild.
Oh, brilliant.
Honestly, but
Brilliant.
it's going to be the best content, I
Sounds
think,
amazing.
ever.
And what bike will you ride on that one?
Good question.
So it's not, I'm not going to say definitely, but it's not one of my own.
Oh.
You're getting sponsored. don't say anything now, but we can see by her face.
When the camera stops, will you tell us then?
Yeah.
Thank you.
For those of you listening in a car on Spotify, she's just had a big smile on her face, which means she's getting a bike special.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. That sounds fantastic.
So this year it's really just ramped
Good.
up massively.
Good for you.
But
Yeah.
That's so
fun,
exciting.
isn't it?
So exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I think at some point we need to bring cameras down to
Wellington Woods.
Wellington Woods.
Wellington.
Willingham.
Yeah.
Willingham.
Wellingham. Oh, no, no.
What you need to do is you need to write us and all this stuff down so us old people can learn it. And I need some geography, like, is it that way? Is it that way?
I just know it's Lincolnshire.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think when your bike finally arrives,
Yes.
then you know, I think
Yeah.
we'll venture down.
Yeah.
And my hearing improves.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that'll be lovely if you're up for it. We'll come down with our cameras and
Yeah,
it'd be good to, for you to take us out on some of the roads that you know. We'll all be at the back.
No, I need to observe this riding first.
Following you.
Find some nice roads.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Get some drone shots. That would be good.
Ron,
Yeah.
would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Andy, do your thing.
Do your thing, Andy.
He likes to do this where he asks our guests certain questions.
we have a series of quickfire questions, and they don't turn into being quickfire because we all end up going, oh yeah, we agree with that. So, if money was no object, what bike would you buy?
So right, I don't know how to pronounce the first bit of the name, but there's it's the EST Spirit. Is it? It's spelled ECOSSE.
Right,
So,
right, so Tom's going to stick it up on the
have a
screen
look.
for us. Okay.
so basically, what it is like.
It's like a concept, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like-
but it's an actual bike. Basically, Formula 1 did like a project bike
Right.
with no frame, no front forks. It goes up to 370 kilometres an hour. It just absolutely wild. And I think I'd want to ride it, but then I'd want it sat there. But that is just like, when you actually look into it, like the engineering behind it and the technology behind it,
Yeah.
just absolutely mind blown.
3.6 million superbike.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
3.6 million
That fits the-
subscribers. You're not far away.
That definitely fits the question of if you had
money was no
object.
object. Yeah.
So, who is your motorcycling hero?
what do you mean, like in like a racer? Or?
No, it could be anybody. It could be your dad. It could be anybody. Who's your...
So the only reason I say it's not my dad, right?
I just remember your dad might be watching this.
Quickly dismissed. Sorry,
I've already
Dad.
asked about the link for here as well. But no, so the reason it's not my dad is because I didn't like grow up with him riding. Like he rode, but he didn't have a bike when I was growing up. And then he's just got the Kawasaki, and I've not really ridden with him. Like I've only ridden once with him.
All right.
And that was that like 15-minute blast that we had after I'd his bike. But I think either Guy Martin or Mark Marquez or Tom Pratt.
He makes a good
Like,
cup of tea, doesn't he?
Yeah.
We love Guy, don't we?
We do. We do.
We do love Guy. And wouldn't it be great to have Guy on?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Guy.
Yeah, have we?
Come on, Guy. I'll make you a cup of tea.
We'll get a few more viewers. I'm
Come
sure he'll come on the show.
Come on, Guy. It would be fabulous.
I love what he does. I think he just has a go at anything.
Yeah.
And I love the series that he does in terms of, I'll have a go at that. I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah,
You know, I
his
just think it's
mindset
brilliant.
He won't come on now.
You know what, but he's brilliant.
So, favourite place to ride your bike?
Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire. And it is, well, Lincolnshire. Wasn't Lincolnshire the place that did all of the RAF bases? Was that Lincolnshire?
Yeah, you've got most of the RF bases in Lincolnshire, yeah.
It's a bit flat though, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Oh, no, it's not. No.
I went was flat.
Oh no, that's Norfolk.
Oh, yeah.
It's just got like, it's just super twisty road. I mean, there's a little bit between Willingham Woods towards Louth now that they have put 50 average speed cameras.
And Louth on the way to Cadwell Park, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. I might be old, but I know my geography. Yeah. And final question. So you've got a few pounds you've got a few pounds left over from the 3.6 million that you've spent on the other bike, and you're thinking, okay, I need to go and buy something else with the change in my pocket.
Yeah.
What would you buy? Helmet, boots, jacket, or something else? Something totally different.
Probably the servicing manual for that.
Gonna need it, aren't I?
Yeah, Haynes manual.
I think probably a custom one piece.
Oh, any particular brand?
Probably Dainese.
What colour? What colour?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow
Match
and
the
black.
bike.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
See, now you're all gobsmacked now.
I know.
No, I was.
Didn't think it'd say yellow.
Well, I've seen the bike.
I'll mention that off camera. We're yellow and black. That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fantastic. So for those out there that are maybe not watching on YouTube but listening on Spotify, do you want to give everybody your where they can find you on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok? What's the handles, as it were?
So TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook are all that.girl.biker. So they all have the little dot. YouTube is just that girl biker without the dot.
Fantastic.
But yeah, just that girl biker.
Excellent.
I'll pop up. Put me in Google.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having on the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. You've got another question, go on.
No, I was just going to remind you of what you've got to say.
Well, I always forget this.
Yeah.
Like my navigation's really, my geography's really good. I've gone to bits tonight. But yes, like and subscribe. Thank you. I always forget to do that. We'll never get any subscribers
Do you
at
want
this
me to
point.
do it for you?
Yes, you do it. Oh,
yeah,
right.
excellent.
Without further ado, that girl, biker.
So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and hype as well.
Thank you.
Wow, fantastic. Hey, thank you very much.
Andrew, you're fired.
I think I have lost my
Cut
job.
that, Tom. We'll have it on every episode. Okay?